Also, dear friends, RIA Novosti is reporting that the Foreign Ministry of China made statements in regards to relationships with Russia. Let's translate at least a few sentences here for a little more details. Obviously, Beijing is closely monitoring developments between in bilateral relationships between Moscow and Washington, and obviously Beijing prefers relationships between Moscow and Washington not to become too good or too friendly, which is not going to happen anyway. Hopefully Russia-US relations will at least reach a good working level. But in any case, obviously these developments will be monitored closely by Chinese leadership. And let's say what they have to say. Relations between Beijing and Moscow are at the new historical starting point, and they have bright prospect for development. Chinese Assistant Foreign Minister Liu Ban said. On Friday, the Chinese Academy of International Affairs hosted a presentation of the report Sino-Russian Relations in the New Era, in which leading Chinese experts presented an analysis of the developments of modern relations between the Russian Federation and the PRC, People's Republic of China. Russian ambassador to China, Igor Margulov, and Assistant Foreign Minister Liu Bin delivered their speeches at the event. Let's translate this part also. Sino-Russian relations in the new era have broad prospects. They are at the new historical starting point, and new historical opportunities and even more brilliant development prospects are opening up for them. Xinhua is a Chinese news agency. So Xinhua quoted Liu Ban as saying assistant of the Foreign Minister of China. And yes, I mean, Russia-Chinese relationships are on a good level, best level ever, I will argue. And I think there is a good opportunities to further improve, further develop these relationships in many ways, in many directions. And I can understand if Chinese leadership is little cautious while observing this current kind of rapprochement between Moscow and Washington, but I don't think they have to be afraid of anything. Obviously, Moscow and Washington have to talk. These are capitals of two major nuclear superpowers. But yet again, when it comes to bilateral relationships between US and Russia, I guess it will take at least decades and decades before there will be trust in place. And as we all know, without trust, there cannot be really breakthrough in relationships. Maximum working level can be reached, and at this point, I guess that would be a great achievement. But when it comes to strategical partnership, obviously Russia-China will stay as strategical partners for potentially forever now. At the same time, obviously, Russia will continue further development of the relationships with India, because India is, of course, also a strategical partner for Russia, and I will argue even a closer partner than China. So interesting news. Also, by the way, when it comes to India, we have this report that India-Russia trade via new route almost doubles. So trade between India and Russia using the International North-South Transport Corridor, INSTC, almost doubled last year, according to Russian Railways official Dmitry Kryukov. As quoted by Economic Times, New Delhi is increasing their volume of exports via their route as it looks to reduce its substantial trade deficit with Moscow, he added. And when it comes to trade, by the way, trade deficits, Russia has a deficit in a trade practically with every major country in this world. including with strategic partners, China and India. While on the other hand, EU and US are experiencing exactly the opposite. They have a deficit in a trade, which is quite significant more element of the economical developments, isn't it, in this world? But let's go through some more details here. The net cost of the service along the eastern route of the INSTC last year was reduced by more than 56%, while the volume of transportation across this route increased by 1.7 times, said Kryukov, who is a Deputy General Director for multimodal services at the Russian Railway Logistics. An Indian government report last month also noted significant increase in maritime activity with a 43% rise in vessels traffic and 34% growth in container traffic during their financial year 2023-2024. Currently, it takes more than 14 fortnight for goods for Moscow to reach the port of Bandar Abbas in Iran. Kryukov noted, speeding up railway delivery from Russia through Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan to Bandar Abbas is a significant shortcut for the eastern branch of the INSTC, which is one of the key focus areas, he said. The INSTC originates in Mumbai, traversing through Iran's Bandar Abbas, Bandar el Anzali, and Chabahar before crossing the Caspian Sea to reach Astrakhan in southern Russia. It connects to Moscow and St. Petersburg via rail and road links. In May 2024, India and Iran signed a 10-year agreement for the operations of Chabahar port, which is seen as a strategic gateway to unlock India's trade potential with Central Asia, Russia, and European countries. Indian Ports Global Limited will invest around 120 million in upgrading Chabahar's port infrastructure as a part of the agreement. So it is obviously immensely important trade route, important for India, important for Iran, Russia, all the countries in between. And numbers are saying volume, isn't it? Trade or transit of goods almost doubled, which is great, and once again demonstrates strategical partnership of India and Russia and Iran. And it is good that relationship between Iran and India is also becoming greater and greater. Hello everyone, if you find this video informative and interesting, please click that like button, leave some commentary and share with your friends. If you want to support my work, you can do it through several means. All the links are on this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if you want to have access to full show, please consider to subscribe to my Patreon and Boosty pages. Thank you.